A very common question in trigonometry, usually at the secondary level. They give you this type of question. They give you sine theta, the value of sine theta equals to something, and they ask you to find the values of theta. So in this example, is sine theta is equals to negative 0.25, and you are asked to find the value of theta. Theta must be within the range that they give you, which is negative 180 degree to 540. Okay, not too bad. It looks simple enough. The obvious way to do it is by doing inverse sinus. Theta, if sine theta is negative 0.25, theta will be sine inverse of negative 0.25. And to get that, we can simply use the calculator. Inverse sinus of negative 0.25. Negative 0.25. Then if you do that, you're going to get theta is equals to negative 14.48 degree for 2 decimal point. Is this a correct answer? Yes, because negative 14.48 is within the range here. It's between negative 180 to 540. Will you get the full mark if you answer this way? No, because you have 3 more answers. It's not only this one answer. And how do we get the other 3 answers? We simply use this table here. This is the table I make for my students. They like this table, they use it. It's easy for them to do it. And you can use this also. And if you want to copy and download my table, you can use this QR code, scan them, then you can find, you can copy my table. Now, how to use this table? We check from the question. Sine theta is a negative number. And according to the table, if sine is negative, we must use quadrant 3 and quadrant 4. And don't use quadrant 1 and quadrant 2. Then what do we do? I already have working pattern for us to do. You can just simply fill up the numbers there, right? And we must use quadrant 3 and quadrant 4, which means we cross out quadrant 1 and quadrant 2. No need to do that. Okay. And for quadrant 3, the angle will be 180 plus alpha. For quadrant 4, the angle is 360 minus alpha. So we get these 2 angles. We apply it here. But before we apply there, we must find the value of alpha first. How to get the alpha? Alpha is inverse sinus of that number given in the question, 0.25. But don't forget, don't put negative 0.45. We must take the absolute value of that, which is positive 0.45. The reason? Because alpha is between 0 to 90 degree. So alpha is not our answer. Alpha is a basic angle that we use that to find our correct answer. Alpha itself is not the answer. Yeah. So we put the positive number, the one that is between 0 and 90. Positive sine inverse of positive 0.25. We press the calculator, inverse sinus 0.25. What do you get? You get positive 14.48 degree. So that's alpha. Using this value of alpha, we can find the value of angle in quadrant 3. In quadrant 3, the angle is 180 plus alpha. So 180 degree plus 14.48. How much you get? You don't even need calculator for this. You get 194.48 degree. Is this one of the answer? Yes, because it's definitely between negative 180 and 540 here. Yeah, it's between there. Do we need to find another answer? Yeah, we can try out. We can try out either we add 360 or we minus 360. Yeah. Let's say we add 360. How much we get? 194.48 plus 360. How much do you get? We get 554.48. Is that the answer? Definitely not. This is definitely wrong because it's not inside the range here. Inside the range that they want. Yeah, so 554.48 is the wrong answer. So don't put that. What do? We erase and we try out. We can try subtracting. You minus away 360 from 194.48. 194.48 minus 360. How much you get? You get negative 165.52. Is this the answer? One of the answer? Yes, it is. How do you know? Because it's within the range here. Yeah, negative 165.52 is still within the range of 180 to 540. Okay, that is for quadrant 3. So we have two answers. Then we try out quadrant 4. Similar, 360 minus alpha, and alpha is 14.48. So 360 minus 14.48 degree. We simply use calculator. 360 minus 14.48. You get 345.52. 345.52 degree. Okay, good. So that's one of the answer. Shall we add 360? I think it's a bit far, but we can just try. Plus 360. How much do we get? 705.52. Wow, this is definitely wrong. It is way higher than 540. So it's out. So it's not adding. Instead, we must subtract. Yeah, we minus away. We try out 345.52 minus 360. Okay, we minus away 360. And according to the calculator is negative 14.48 degree. Is this one of the answer? Yes, because it's within the range of negative 180 to 540. Right. So we have 4 answers. What do we do? After this, we can just give them the answer. Or if you still want to check, you can do so. Yeah, we can press sign. Sign of each of this number is supposed to be negative 0.25. We try out. Sine 194.48, negative 0.25. Yeah, correct. Sine negative 165.52, negative 0.25. Yeah, correct. Sine 345.52, negative 0.25 also. And last one, sine negative 14.48, you get negative 0.25 also. So all of all our answer here are all correct. You get negative 0.25, and that's how you do. How do you solve this kind of question where the angle, the range of the angle is not standard, it's not between 0 to 360, but some other random number. Yeah. So we can do this, and you can use this table to help you. Tomorrow, I'm going to make another video for you, more complicated one where the value of the angle is not just theta, but is some multiples of x, right? So, see you tomorrow.